I don't know. Look in your room.
I'm joining.
Just let me know when to click.
Alrighty. Had to back out of fucking mud.
Yeah, sometimes that takes forever.
Yeah, I don't know why. Franchise, what the fuck was that? I don't know, something just fell out of my shit. I guess I'm gonna get warmed up in this game. Alright, go ahead. Click.
Alright. Post the slaughter in the chat, I guess, too. I'm going all blue, light blue.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what the fuck my shit is, bruh.
Looks like red and white. Oh, and then it just went blue with red number. All white with a red number. Red with white bottom. Dark blue with...
I was trying... Is it all red?
No, it's dark blue top with a red bottom right now.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, sometimes it's stupid. Back out of your uniforms and redo it. It's probably because I was trying to choose something at the same time when you did, and sometimes it lags it out on you. That's
Dude,
red top with the white bottom.
people are pissed off that Donald Trump's going to be the Grand Marshal for the Daytona 500, but if I told him that he was at the
All
Daytona
white?
500 when Earnhardt died,
All
the
white,
whole
yep.
world would snap.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Try not to pound me too hard. Sounds so fucking gross. The only way I can see you not pounding me is if the game fucking screws you over. I'm not any good. I'm one of the worst divisions in the game. In the league, I mean.
Shut up.
None of that don't mean nothing.
Any given Friday, man.
All right, Coach.
I beat some of the best people in this game.
Skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now they try the right side here. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 24, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
Damn, he got
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the guys to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No money.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
She gonna piss in the car. Oh, dude, her pussy gets all flapping. Ew.
My lips is clapping like a bitch. Hey, get on my shit before I fucking run your ass over.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive play out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Damn.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Pretty much Bowman and Kevin and Harrison's on a bye. So Bowman and Kevin, I don't know if Kevin's online playing his game right now. You know what I mean?
Now first carry for Melvin Gordon.
Just assuming he is.
He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
What?
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
57, Mike, 57.
Watson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
I never do.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Oh, my God.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Green. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December. Right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Melvin Gordon got juice back
across the 30 to the 32.
He's doing the damn thing.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Block the team!
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Hey, Brown 80!
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Don't get nervous.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Thing, you can change it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We own them. My 5.
To throw, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
To throw is Rivers. That's caught by Howard. 25 yards that time.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Oh, look at the juke. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If you would have kept going and not hesitated, you was probably gone because he picked me up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
White! Let's go!
Rivers to throw it. And almost picked off.
He dropped a pick.
I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
What?
3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up
You
short.
missed.
I would
You
agree
missed
with
the
that one
kick.
because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. Because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
What the fuck?
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You think somebody has his AirPods?
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the 1st.
Where?
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Rivers, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time, 57 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
I had to hear about that
yesterday. Offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play.
They got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
Rivers on the money, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown,
there's a
ready
couple
to
of
kick it away
timeouts
is
get called
Sanders.
for my baby. I'm holding him right now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know,
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So, I'm looking at the list on, like, annual awards in the league. I'm looking at the Andrew Luck isn't even on the list. He's leading, he's like second. Pretty much first overall to all the AFC quarterbacks and everything, but he's even on his list.
Number 12 on the
One win
season.
game. Everything
These guys continue to put
whatever
this
I'm
one out of
picking,
reach. Extra
That's
point
better.
up and
Whatever
good
I
by
pick.
Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more.
Fucking stupid.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Calm down.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
partner,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Stop, Bubby.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Slam, slam. Check 25.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they park, and you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Oh, good move. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Blitz.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's see what you got.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson, they shakes him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes.
There was a huge lag there.
As you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on.
Dude, that game real fucking forever ago. Fuck this game.
No, I'm not even. Dude, I've been picking ass men since I was at 20-0. I don't know how everything's
It's caught. They're able to convert.
Look at that dude was right there.
Working.
Catch for his career is number 731.
And I'm just like, nah, I gave it up. I was like, fuck it. I don't even care anymore.
Like, no,
Okay.
every run, every fucking, it's like I've been asking Matt and everything. And then on defense, I'm just picking cover 2s and cover 1s and shit, and they're just getting all the fucking touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by
Like when earlier in the game when I was trying to blitz you and shit, I couldn't get no pressure on you at all.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yep, it's like I'm like, fuck this fucking piece of shit game. It wouldn't even let me control him there. I was holding L2, R2 and X trying to dance. Wouldn't even let me do it.
And then yeah, I've been holding a little crazy.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned him 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. They find some
you see how he just worked into that shit?
Yep, fuck this fucking stupid Madden.
I thought that was
Oh, this game's...
Anything they tried to throw at him, and beating them to the punch each and every time.
And my kids never beating my controller the whole time I'm playing.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
It's like this every game with me, dude. Every game.
This will be taken in at the 1.
But your D-line is fucking, Jesus. He's attacking me more than anybody else has this season. That motherfuckers are ruthless.
Grizz said the same thing last season to me.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense
got to get running back too
to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and
you see they drop easy interceptions like that, but
can fucking
ground.
Yeah. Yep, can roll and warp right to it.
We'll see if they can do it here. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Pursuing any of that shit.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes as a
But he wouldn't do that again. If I ran that same play, he wouldn't do that again.
Rivers now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though,
yeah, they let him in.
He just threw that motherfucker to the ground.
Deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing Rivers. And this one
That was one-handed by somebody, and then it wasn't.
Behind the back.
Just nothing there again. Multiple times we've seen the interceptions. Of course,
wow.
He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
I'm going to run you around. I'm going to run you around. 58 the mic.
3rd and long for Rivers.
Oh,
Did you tell him?
You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter.
Me and him,
that's not
even
going to see consistently.
We didn't even.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
3rd and 2, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here.
Go for it, man. You're good. Give 2 shits less. Fucking game is stupid as fuck. Well, what? And then he trips on nothing.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, shit.
And this is where you need the
I'll never run that
to
shit
morph
again.
into being a running back. The ball can't be away from the
This shit was garbage.
Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it,
Have it. You can have it back.
time.
I tackled your shoe.
31, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Face mask.
They'll drop him for a loss of 4.
I thought it was a hand,
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
My bad.
Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a first carry for their fullback. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella taking and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it, taking care of the football? He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that
You can score, dude. I don't care.
In Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball top free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Joey Bosa for 4 sacks.
For the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And Watson's going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
Where's the face mask on that?
Well, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Watson, he's going to take a shot and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Now you can't say, I'm unhappy because I didn't get one catch.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick
good game.
is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to
I was trying to see if I can want to dive on the ground, see how if he could flow up all the way. I know, it's fucking crazy.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Told you I suck.
One last shot now for Rivers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 40.
Yeah, get it.
Oh, shit.
This dude missed the pick so bad. Like, that's the 2nd time he's done, or 2nd or 3rd time this game where he's been in position to get the pick, and, like, he just acts stupid.
Some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone
For
for
real.
the final play.
That Reed, he's been in so many positions to get picks, and he'll just sit there and he'll shake, and then he won't give it.
Then later
Right.
we'll find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Last fucking play is when it counted, and he gets it on the last play. It's like, what? Madden was like, here you go, you can have one.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled, the clock is run out, do we really...
He ran for a while.
Yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know
Yeah,
that people explain before. Well,